think I'm alive. How are y'all doing? If I'm alive, you can hear me. If not, then here I am. Where am I? There I am. No, I bumped the camera, but I think it's all right. Anyway, hope y'all can hear me okay. You hear me? Are you selling this all? Absolutely not. No, that one I think is a keeper. That's actually the first one I'd ever saw that was a full size chainsaw. Not one. I love the minis, but that one that one can definitely do some damage. It worked really good. I made the box. I cut a slot out in the box where you can put the chain through the box because it didn't come with a chainsaw holder, so I'm just going to use the box for a chainsaw holder. Anyway, it looks like everything is rocking and rolling. So howdy, Lisa, Ray, and I guess Wendy, if you're there. I can hear you now. I hear you. Are you still in the sun? Oh, I think I bumped. Yeah, I think I bumped the mic or the camera, but it looks like it's okay. Maybe a little. It's a little wider angle, and if you notice, I'm, I'm moving my hands around, and the camera's not moving around. I turned that off. I figured out how to do that. Anyway, is it too dark? I don't know what it's looking like on YouTube. Close that window and open a new one. New window. No, Wendy, she's indoors, but she may be listening. Well, if you're listening, Wendy, howdy, howdy. And Mom, if you're there, I haven't heard from you today. Hope you're having a good day. If you're here, not real sure if you're here or not. If you are, we have a big chainsaw. And by the way, you have a grill coming to your house. Oh, they wanted it done in a nice backyard, and you've got the nicest backyard that I know of at the moment. Maybe someday I'll have a nice backyard, but not this time. Anyway, I'm going to open this up over here and see what. It doesn't look too bad. Why am I? Oh, I think that was my. Oh, well, okay. What? Yeah. Yeah, it's a gas grill. They wanted it done in a nice backyard. And my backyard is dirt, pretty much dirt and stickers. The stickers are taken over. And Emily's backyard is like big, tall, not tall weeds, but weeds. And anyway, my backyard's horrible. Hers is better. But I just thought I could just do it on the patio over there and probably going to sell it. They're supposed to send a 4 burner, and then they emailed me and said they're going to change it to the 6 burner. So, and it's $569, and the 4 burner was $469, something like that. So, anyway, hopefully we won't make too big of a mess out of it, and we can sell it. Anyway, I have just been. I want to show y'all something that I'm really kind of proud of, and that may not mean much to y'all. And actually, I have one thing. Why is my phone not doing the auto rotate? Is that a set? That's a setting in it. The setting, if you could read it. Screen recorder. Hmm. I don't know where the auto rotate is. Portrait auto rotate. Okay, there we go. Maybe y'all can see that. Feast your eyes at an empty desk. That's right. Actually, I have a package of diabetic socks to do, but they're sitting in there on the work table. in the living room, the studios. And as soon as I finish that, we have an empty table. That is the first time that table has been empty in several months. And I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. But got more stuff coming, just not at the moment. Well done, mate. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a struggle trying to get caught up. I overwhelmed myself. I really overdid it in September. Yeah, just taking stuff and getting it and saying yes, and now I've learned how to say no. And China Doll's been coming out with a bunch of uh, things I'm not interested in. Tennis balls that goes on the bottom of a walker, and medical tape, and some kind of supplemental vitamins or something. I don't know. A bunch of weird oddball things that I don't want. And technically, I've got like, I think it was 7 things scheduled to be coming in, and China Dolls has 1 thing coming in. Jeff is another agency I work with. They've got 2 things coming in. So the other 4 things that are coming in are all from new people. So this chainsaw was from a new person. So I'm getting new sellers slash agents. Sometimes I think the one I did the chainsaw for is actually a seller. The drawback to the one on the grill is they want the rights to it because it's going to be on, was that Wayfair and Walmart. I don't know if Walmart has videos, but they said they wanted the copyrights to the video so they could put it on their Walmart ads. So I may be on Walmart. I don't know. Either way, as long as I get paid, I'm happy. Oh, believe me, I could use Wendy as a model for all the medical stuff they're offering. Yeah, I got the 2 scooters that I'd talked about, a month or so back. They are in, and it's supposed to be on their way. He sent me the tracking number, but he also emailed me with the tracking number, but he said I needed to hold them for 2 to 3 months in case they needed other videos or something made with them, since they are the newer models. And I said, no, I don't have room for that. But I said, I can hold them for like a month or so. And I mean, it could take me 2 or 3 months to sell them, but they're for sale during that 2 or 3 months, not just storage. If they want me to store stuff, they need to start paying me for storage fees. Maybe ask for an extra on the Walmart copyright. I did, but they didn't really go for it unless they're going to give you out of those sales too. Well, technically, I got accepted for the Walmart affiliate program from Walmart, but they only pay like 1% commissions. But on my YouTube channel, when I do that, when I do that video, I will be putting it is on Amazon, but it'll be on Walmart too. And actually, they sell it at Home Depot. Brand Man is the brand of the grill. I'd never heard of it. But when I Googled it, it actually showed up on, I think, Home Depot, Walmart, Wayfair. I don't remember if it was on at Lowe's or not, but apparently it's a known brand. I don't know. I kind of actually like it. So I haven't seen it other than what's on the product page, but I think I like it better than this last grill we did because of where the griddle, where the griddle is. The griddle is actually in the grill part. You can remove 2 grates from the grill part and put the griddle in there. So, because the jalapeno poppers that I cooked on that last time, They were crispy critters. They were flame broiled, and if you had a griddle over there, you're not gonna get them flame broiled. I'm not sure about letting them have their rights to use the video anywhere. Oh, I know. Uh, I agree. And had it not have been such an expensive product, I might have pitched a bigger fit. But it's 500 and something dollars. So I'm hoping to sell it for, 300 or so. And that's pretty good pay. Because I'm already going to have it put together. Unless it's a better grill than what's at my mom's house and she wants to keep it there. If that's the case, we'll do that. I don't have a problem with that. But what I was saying about Walmart is they only pay 1% commissions. That's why I'm not going to make videos particularly for Walmart products. In this situation, since it is on Walmart, I'll stick the link in there. Probably will make 0 on it, but it will be there. So, also, hello, I heard Walmart. What's that about? A grill that's coming in. It's sold on Walmart and Wayfair, and I believe on 1% commissions. That's why I'm not. And how you doing, pork chop? But that's why I'm not putting a whole lot of effort into making videos for Walmart products. 1%. Amazon pays. Well, actually, one of the products, I've got a wood chipper, and it's coming in, another one. I just did one, and it pays 15% commissions on creator connections. So 15% is not bad. If I could get 15% of $569, whatever that grill is, that would be worth it. Where am I? Oh, I need Amazon. Amazon US. Where browsing history. 569, yeah. There we are. So, it's a pretty good looking grill. But the griddle, see where that is red right there? You can take those grates out. Well, you see it in that bottom right picture, and you can put the griddle right there. So, anyway. Wayfair used to have the decent commission rate. Well, I'm not affiliated with them. I don't know. I may check into that later. I don't know. But Walmart's 1%. If they have the rights to the video, then they may put it elsewhere where you could get better commissions. Well, but it'll be their name on it, and I won't get anything for it. That's the whole deal about it. That's what I didn't like. The ChatGPT came up with a rate plan, and it was like $150 or something like that for 3 months, and after that, they don't get any rights. It's $50 a month and $150 if they want to do the whole package. And I shot that at them, but they shot it down. So I think where I did mess up, though, is I got a microphone that's supposed to be coming. And I'll be selling it. Because number one, I don't really need it. and I just got this one, but it will be an XLR microphone. But I kind of overshot or undershot myself because they had said that they would pay me for my time and stuff like that. Scared to run them off. ChatGPT suggested shooting it at $75 to $150, and I backed it down to $50. They jumped on it. I mean, they didn't argue one bit. So I should have went with the 75 to 150. But this is the only thing on this site that they have that is in my something that I can do, because look at this stuff they have, y'all. Ray, well, if you know musicians, they could use this stuff, but I don't know any musicians, because I could have got pretty much anything on this site that I wanted. But they have all these wireless and this stuff that I really don't know anything about. And, like that thing right there, I don't have a clue. If you got a band and all that, I get it. But that's beyond that's beyond my pay scale. But they did have the XLR mic, and I told them I would go ahead and do that. And I might even do, in the video, a little comparison with the Rode mic. And I'll just have to unplug it and do a little video sample or audio sample. But I watched a video on it, and it sounded pretty good. But what I do need to research on that one is because a lot of people, and they want, the XLR is better than the USB mics, but USB mics sound great. But with the XLRs, you got to have a preamp. So, and I think I saw in a video where they make a small one, and you don't have to have like the Focusrite like I've got. You can just have a little small one, and it changes the signal from XLR to USB. And I could pop that link in the video as well. Anyway, yeah, I told them that this stuff was beyond my needs and knowledge. But I'm not gonna lie to him. I don't have a clue about this stuff. And I don't have time to learn it, and I have no desire to learn it. I like simple, and that's what I'm going to stick with. And that's the way the cookie crumbled. But anyway, we'll see what that mic sounds like. It should be pretty good. We'll see. I've never heard of that manufacturer before, but wireless mics could be great sellers. Yeah, well, it would be, well, ChatGPT said this Phoenix Pro brand is a mid-tier Chinese company. They're not a high end, but they're not bottom of the scale. They're working their way up. They're not like the Rode and Ceremonics and things like that. But that other stuff is way beyond me. The only musician I know, and he has a music store, and it wouldn't be worth driving to wherever Eddie lives, but it wouldn't be worth driving there and having him tested that. That's that's just not going to happen. But if they would have had the wireless where you could hook it up to like a computer or something, that would have been great. I would have done that. But this wired mic is the closest thing that is within my scope. It's not beyond my knowledge. Take it to the pawn shop, and then whatever they pay you, just never go back and claim it, and keep it, and then you got your money. Yeah, but I don't know how to review it though. That's the whole thing. I mean, I could make up stuff, but some of that stuff you gotta hook it up and demonstrate it, and I don't have a clue. It's be like me trying to sell somebody one of them computers that you work on a car with, the big ones, not the little plug-in to the under the dash, but I'm not a mechanic and I'm not a sound man, not on that stuff. Pick it up to your carry. Well, I had thought, and I think that's how they found me is through the playlist on the karaoke, the audio/karaoke machines. But all those won't hook up to the karaoke machines because they only have the Ray. You probably know what it is. The bigger, like old headphones. The big plugs. They don't have like the other plugs where you have mixers and all that you plug into the karaoke machines. So I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. This mic is $52.99. I can do it. Compare it to the Rode. If I can give it away on a giveaway or sell it for $30, that's fine. Whatever. But I think most everybody that comes to our drawings is really probably not going to need an XLR mic yet. Might work up to it. But and the only reason why I have an XLR mic to begin with is because I acquired it from an apartment eviction where they piled the people's stuff all out on the curb. And the people come by and they said, take all of that you want. You can get an XLR cable with a headphone connection at other end. But they talk about phantom power because some of the XLR mics have to have power. Yeah, well, like I said, I did see. I'll have to go back when I get this mic in, especially. But it was just a little device. Not, it looked like about that size, and the guy had it plugged in, his XLR mic plugged into it, and then it's just like this Focusrite preamp. The XLR goes into it, and then it's USB to your computer. But the voltage and all that is in that Focusrite, and I guess it's also in that little device he's got. I'll look into that a little bit. That ways, if somebody is interested in that microphone, they'll know that they'll be able to get it. And the mic that you got that I sent you probably is not going to be as good as this, or this one's probably not going to be as good as that one. And that brand, matter of fact, that brand sent me an email. I forgot just now. What was it? It was like Mono or something like that. MAONO or something like that. I don't know. They had a nice soundboard that I wouldn't mind getting. And I don't really know if I really need one, I think this mic sounds okay by, with just what I've got. Kind of depends on where Dash and Grandpa channel goes. I don't worry about it, but I think that's what it was. It was like MAONO or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I threw some ideas around with ChatGPT. Soundboards are annoying. Well, the only thing I thought is, you could like throw in some claps and laughter and change your voice up a little bit, here and there. But then I'm like, would I really want to do that? Uh, I mean, it's neat and gimmicky and whatever, but in all reality, I think I'd just rather just be straight up and different sound effects are cool, I guess, but I don't know. It's kind of like you spend hours editing a video, and if you want to do do all the coloring, color grading, and all that, and when you get right down to it, nobody cares. They're not going to notice that light's back there. That one over there is more blue than this one. Excuse me. Hope that ain't too loud. But nobody cares that much, you know? Yeah, I enjoy it for 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. You're about right. Oh, that's cool. Kind of like this last drone I just did. I enjoyed it for about 5 minutes, and that was about it. The one time, if they come back and say something about I needed to demonstrate it more, I'm going to say, man, I took it up and it went over the fence and it went bye bye. Because it really did. But I did get it back, but just kind of took off on its own. And I've been turning down a bunch of dash cams lately. I've learned a few things on dash cams, and I'm waiting to get some really good dash cams, some that are truly 4K and not upscaled to 4K, which they still work. They all work. I'm not knocking them at all, but as long as you can see the car that hits you, good enough. But they advertise 4K, and probably most of them under $200 are not 4K. I'm learning. I'm a work in progress still. Had a remote control helicopter that flew into the fence one time. Oops. Oh. We bought my grandson a remote control helicopter and flew it around in the house a little bit. And I had the brilliant, it was on his birthday, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, it had to be because it was, I'm pretty sure it was his birthday. Anyway, we went out in the backyard and he took up, and then it was kind of fun. And then he was flying it, and it went up high, and it started going across the road. And I said, bring it back. And he was like, I'm trying. And it just kept going. Disappeared. Never got it back. It really, I think it upset me more than it did him, because he was so excited to get it. And then to just watch it fly away and hear his voice, I'm trying. And I got it. And it had no control. It went out of range, and it just kept going. Probably out on some farmer's field. But I think I sent my other grandson a drone. I think I might have gave Aiden a drone too. Yeah, I did. I gave him a drone. So I guess it kind of made up for it, because I'm sure he's lost it now, but I had nothing to do with him losing it. But yeah, one of the parks in Wichita Falls, they have a RC park where they fly them helicopters and the big airplanes and all that. I used to want one of those, but drones are so cool. And if I could ever get one that had a good camera on it, and I've learned that some of these, that even if they're $200, if they don't say anything about a gimbal on the camera, then it's going to be shaky footage and it's not going to be good. So it's amazing how much you learn the more you mess with this stuff. Something that, because the drone in here that I just did, it was, well, no, actually that one came down. It came down to like 49 or $59. But they was trying to send me another one. Of course, it was one of those deals where they wanted to send 3 more products with it. And it was $279 and it had a 2K camera, which is fine. Well, 4K camera and 2K video and still photos, but there was no gimbal on it. And it said it had the return to home and all that. It had all the features except what I mainly want, and that's the camera part. Now, like this drone that I got in here, it's fun just to fly, but in the video, and I left it in the video, my phone popped out of the little holder. It has, you don't have to use your phone to control it, but it's got a little attachment that goes on top of the controller, and it's made for a little cell phone, not a big S25 Ultra or S22 Ultra. S25 is what I want, but this works. It's good enough. I'm enjoying a $59 phone bill versus $102 or whatever it was, $199, whatever. And it takes okay pictures. I have noticed lately that when you go to using it, you can feel it trying to find focus. I don't know if you've used a lot of cameras, but you can actually feel the vibration and that it's trying to find the focus. So it's getting wore out, but it works. There's other things I'd rather have, like a new lens. I need a new SD card. Maybe next year. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me one. Ho, ho, ho. Anyway, so what is happening with you? Oh, well, that's what I was going to say is I was trying to figure out what to do with the Dashing Grandpa channel, so I plugged a few things into ChatGPT, and I think I'm going to kind of go on what you had mentioned, Ray. Maybe into, because I'm going to kind of mix Dashing Grandpa with Grandpa's Random Reviews, but over on Dashing Grandpa, I'm going to talk more about getting into the Amazon and getting into reviews and, and different gear. And some of it's still going to be related to gig work, because I'll have a review here and there just like I've been doing, but it's going to be like getting people to do more than just gig work. If they're interested in doing YouTube, maybe some tips and just different stuff. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's kind of like ChatGPT said. I've got over 3,000 subscribers on that channel, and it's a shame just to let it die. Because I enjoy doing it, and if I can keep my workload down on doing the reviews, that's going to free up some time where I can put more time into Dashing Grandpa. And I don't know. We're going to see what happens. That is probably going to start, I don't know, sometime between now and the first of the year. We'll see. But yeah, I think, you had that idea, right? So you're the one that threw that idea at me, and I think Pork Chop had said a little bit about it too. All y'all have helped me, and wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I know one thing, and Mom, you're going to freak out. I actually went to Chicken Express and got a snack pack I thought it was gonna be 2 little tenders. My mom and grandson came over a few weeks ago. Anyway, she had bought him some chicken, and I ate one of those chicken tenders, and it tasted good. And yesterday I was hungry, and I wasn't hungry for anything in particular, so I went and got me some chicken tenders. And I don't eat chicken, not anymore. We're all here to help each other. Yeah, exactly. That's what I used to say. And that's what it's all about. Help each other out. Anyway, there's going to be some things coming up on Dash and Grandpa. I'm not going to let that old man just die off. Well, I'm going to keep on keeping on, and what is that? Keep dashing, dancing, and prancing. I don't know about the dancing, but we're going to keep on. We're going to do something with it before it goes old and dies. Yeah. And if it works, it works. And if it don't, then it'll be an educational experience. This channel actually, the subscriber count is not up there, but if you look at the uh, daily views and compare it to some of the not big channels, but some of the bigger channels that's got 10,000 subscribers and some of them 20,000 actually have more views than they do. But I've also got 1,000 videos on there, somewhere in there. I really don't know. There's a bunch of videos. Let's see if it'll tell me. Grandpa's random reviews. 998 videos. And that's going to include the live streams, though. But that's a lot of videos. You know, 40.1K views in the last 30 days. That's over 40,000 views in 30 days. And there's some bigger channels that don't get that. And I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot of videos. But I've been pumping out, releasing 2 a day. And y'all know this last month I've been actually humping it. And about the time I start to get caught up, stuff would come in and pile up on me again. But I'm actually there now. If I've got the chainsaw video that is sitting in the editor now. Actually, I finished editing it, but I think I'm going to zoom in on one part, crop in on it, and resave it. But I'll get it uploaded tonight. And the only thing left is the socks. So even if I get one thing in tomorrow, I should be able to. I would like to start being able to get something in one day and be able to either do it that day or do it the next day, not start getting them all piled up. I think you have 1,400 videos on Dash Mobile, I guess. I'm talking, good Lord. You got more videos than I do. I upload frequency, 15 uploads per week. This little thing started showing up. It wasn't, get over here. This right here. This wasn't showing up, but it started showing up now. So I don't know if you have to reach a certain level before it does or what. I'm just not real sure. But views gained. And those stats look pretty good. But it's just because there's so many different kind videos, a lot of different ones. Lots of stuff. And next month, hopefully, we'll be able to go to Bowie and I'll be able to get rid of some of that stuff before I get to where I need to open a brick and mortar store. That would be kind of neat, but you, you would need multiple products of like multiple keyboards and multiple mics of the same thing. Of course, pawn shops has got all that stuff. Get rid of some of it before Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, this October would have been a really good month, but that's okay. But November should be really good too. And I don't know, December is going to be questionable. I did do a heater. I would kind of consider keeping it. It runs off propane, but when it starts getting colder at the flea market, that heater would be nice to have. But it's kind of big. It looks at what was those? Was they Dearborn heaters that that had the little flames in it and stuff when you was a kid? And it sticks out from the wall. It's not the ones built into the wall. It's the box. I know my grandparents used to have one, but it looks basically just like that. But it's pretty big to be carrying. And so far, I haven't found a truck. So unless we wind up loading Emily's car down and taking my car too. If that's the case, then I don't know. We'll see. I was just looking at some of this stuff. Man, I have done a lot of stuff. Knock on wood, I am caught up and will stay. Not well, I will stay on top of it, not get behind. I think that's the whole deal. Is the flea market far away? It's hour. So 60 miles, I think. Well, 56 miles. Oh, 56 minutes, 61 miles. Oh, well, that was close. So, yeah, it's not too far off. But I guess did we bore pork chop and Lisa? They got quiet. I don't know where Tim's at. Maybe he's doing doing something else. I wish I could get everybody to come to the live streams here instead of just coming to Dash Grandpa. I don't know. A bit of a trick, but okay, if you can get some stuff sold. Yeah. Oh, you're here? Okay. Yeah. Just here listening to me rattle. Is there a football game going on tonight? Let's see. What is this Wednesday? I heard Taylor Swift kind of put her foot in her mouth with her new album. Apparently, it's got a lot of racial stuff in it. I don't know. I've just heard it out on TikTok. I sent him a message, but he hasn't responded. He may be busy. Well, he's a busy man. He'll show up about the time we get ready to shut down. He may have a catering order in the morning. I just show up, whatever channel sends the notification. Maybe he's sleeping. Does it? That was one of the things talking about notifications. As I had thought about, like starting the live stream like a couple of minutes early, because I remember people would come into the live stream and they'd say, I just now got the notification, and it would be like 10 or 15 after. So I was just wondering if it, and I've went to live streams before and they'll say starting in 15 minutes and then the countdown, and I don't stay there. I just notify me when it starts. But no, he isn't getting notifications on Messenger. I don't know. But we're gonna keep rocking this channel and see if we can't get Dash and Grandpa back in the saddle. Christmas is coming up, so things should start getting better. Those that do the spark and stuff like that, I know it's, of course, they may be putting on a lot of drivers between now and November. So, but there should be plenty of orders. Maybe everybody can make a little Christmas money. I've got to start thinking about Christmas. Oscar's thoughts and reviews. Howdy, howdy. Did not get notification. Just happened to scroll and see that you were live. Okay, cool. Well, welcome. Yeah, I was just talking about the notifications. I don't know, because I've gotten notifications from people lives and it's already been going. And that I started playing like on this channel, putting a little music going like, 2 or 3 minutes early, and maybe YouTube would send out notifications. It's so hit and miss. It doesn't always work the way it's supposed to work. But anyway, we will see if it helps. And I'm still conducting my little experiment on releasing videos and doing the 2 a day. You would have thought that your views maybe not have doubled, but should have went up significantly. But they really haven't. They went up a little, but not a whole lot. But with the review type videos, it takes 3 or 4 months before, because it's so sporadic, mainly because I'm not niche specific. I don't talk about just mics or cameras, and that's kind of what blows my reviews up, kind of messes it up, because the ones that do particular things generally grow faster. But as oddball and random things as I get in, there's no way I could do it. Playlist is about the closest thing I can get. And that playlist did help me on that microphone they're supposed to be sending, because they found the playlist. They was searching and it popped up on their results, and the playlist showed up on their results. So if there's a little hint for you, if y'all have playlists for different types of videos, make sure you title them good, just like your video. Make sure you title it good and put a good description in there, because that right there is proof that some of these sellers and people looking for that particular kind of video, they may find that whole playlist. So just FYI. And I always heard it did, but I didn't know for a fact. Now I do know, because that's how this one place found me. I get notifications the following day after some live shows have taken place. Good grief. Yeah. A little delay in the notifications, YouTube. I stopped trying to figure out YouTube algorithm process. I just make the videos, title it best I can, and put it out. I do notice that my short videos get more views. Yeah, Yeah, shorts are they still going to get more views, I think. I made one that was on a little the follow me thing that you put your phone on and the whole thing turns and follows you. I put a short out on that and it blew my long form video way out. It quadrupled the views within a couple of days. but, and I did buy an attachment to go on my tripod where I can turn my camera up instead of having to edit to make it portrait mode. Um, because I have had a couple of sellers that wanted their videos to be in portrait mode instead of the landscape. And ever since I got that, I haven't had anybody ask for it. But it wasn't cheap. It was like $10. It's just a little flip up thing that's mounts on your tripod. But if I ever do need it, I got it. But yeah, shorts will help. Will get you some views. That's a fact. I did that with several of my playlists. There are still some I need to work on. I just subbed to your channel, Oscar. Yeah, I'm going. Well, actually, I do have YouTube opened up over here. Do I have a live going? Where? Oh wait, I don't want that. That's channel customization. Where are we at? That's it's not. Um, oh, your channel. Let's go to my channel. There it is. If I search, hello, Jay. If I search for something and I want to see a video of it and a whole bunch come up, I always pick the ones that are only a couple of minutes long. I don't have the attention span to watch a long video now. I'm a late to the party. Yeah, we already drank all the beer. The beer is gone. The whiskey's about gone. And the girls have done left. Man, you just missed out. I don't know what to tell you. That's wobble hard. Go to channel. Assaulted on the way to work. That if I get assaulted on my way to work, I got a problem. Because I go from the bedroom to the kitchen, the living room, back into here. Disney's magic. I've never been anywhere like that. I'll have to hijack the Disney Travel Planner Travel Day. I'll have to check out your channel. Cool. Insta 360. You were wasn't you on Andre's channel? I don't remember his real name. Seems like I remember seeing you on there. On the Sunday Night Live. Have me a very epic live stream coming up Monday. Oh, okay. Insta 360. Day trip to Little Rock e-bike. I wish I had me an e-bike. I got the e-scooter, but well, hello, Mr. Tim. You know, you and Jason come in late, and I said, all the beer's gone, the whiskey's about gone, the women's done left. Y'all just late for the party. I was challenged and something by Is something by a subscriber. Oh, yep, the tequila's gone. There was a little bit of vodka left, but National Wumble drank all that, and now you missed out, buddy. Maybe next time. I haven't bought liquor in a long time. I wonder if the liquor prices went up from the Canadian imports. Ray drinks gin. He's a Brit. Corpus Christi. I ain't been down there in a while. Where are you at, Oscar? If you're in Corpus, of course she's in Little Rock too. You just everywhere, buddy. North Houston. You got a lot of traveling vlogs, that's for sure. Yep. Yeah, I did a chainsaw earlier, Tim. A real, it was an electric chainsaw, but it was a real chainsaw, big one. I don't know when that video is coming out. The 20, I think the 23rd, 8 p.m. was the last one, so it should be 24th. I come in, the Womble had the women and the booze. See, I knew Womble wasn't innocent. Yep. It's those quiet ones you got to watch for. The ones that just roll with the flow. Yes, on Andres. I didn't see that. Yes, on Andres. Yeah, I thought that was you. No. Yep. Yeah. Oh, I did. I thought I subscribed to you the other night. Yeah. You got another subscriber, Oscar. I thought I subscribed. I know I went to. No, I didn't. I know. I remember now. I had it open, and I got two monitors, and I had it open over here, and I was working over here, and I wound up closing that one. Anyway, got it now. My booty's getting sore. I got to set up. Yep. 10 o'clock. I made it 1 hour. Just rattling. Womble is lying. I'm as innocent as you can get. You're innocent until the videos come out and prove guilty, huh? My booty is fine. I'm sitting on my halo. Well, getting my videos together from our recent Disney trip. I've never been to Disney. I can't remember what you said. I know Andre asked you which one you went to. You go to Florida? What's it? Well, there's one in what? One in Florida, and then there's the one in California. Mama's halo ring is a pooper. Yeah, I bet they know him there. No telling. Yeah, Oscar, I don't really ever have anything in. I mean, my live streams are just whatever we talk about. Every once in a while, I might have something, but I don't really hit on anything in particular. We just roll with it, and I don't. if you go back and look at some of the titles, you can tell nothing's ever really planned. I'm just a fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. Whatever comes up, and we roll with it. Now, if I got something neat or something, I might mention it, but now my Dash and Grandpa channel, that one's going to turn out to be a little different. We may get a little more into tips and whatnot on there. Yep, headed to Disney, California in a couple of weeks. Going to try out some new cameras on that trip and review them. That's cool. Yeah, I see the Insta360. The only man, was you or somebody else had mentioned the prices of the GoPro 14. They was talking about it's supposed to be so high. I've got the 9 and the 11, and I had the 7, or I don't have it anymore, but I've got the 9 and the 11, and when I do need them, they do what I need to do. Granted, GoPro gets hot, and it would be so nice to see GoPro figure out how to not have a overheating issue. Oh, I'm sure they know me there. I got thrown out one evening. That was, of course, after they had evacuated the building, but forgot to check to see if the old geezer was on the throne, though. Yeah, I remember you talking about that one. That would be a trip. Come out and nobody's there. Anyway, y'all, I am going to get the chainsaw video uploaded, and I was wore out earlier, but I'm kind of getting my second wind now, so I may go ahead and knock out those sock videos, and then I am done, unless something comes in tomorrow. So that was a fun. Anyway, I'm off. I'm out. And I appreciate y'all coming by and hanging out. Been going hour and 5. I think we covered super duper poopers and whatnot. And anyway, yeah, and we're going to see what happens to Dash and Grandpa channel. It's going to be one of those stand by and just see. Anyway, Lisa, Pork Chop, Ray, Wendy, if you're listening, Lisa, Oscar, whoever, Jay, whoever else, Mom, everybody. Good night, Mary Allen. Good night, John Boy. Will you be on tomorrow? That's $1 million question. But unless something, I do have one thing that I would like to get. Actually, I have 2 things, but one thing I would like to get done is take my weed eater over to my mom's. And if I can get these socks done and nothing comes in tomorrow, I may do that. So we'll see. No promises if you're still watching my mom, if my mom's still watching, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I will probably be on Dash and Grandpa tomorrow night, but don't hold me to it. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming by and hanging out with me and listening to me ramble and keeping me company. We're going to probably start doing more if I can stay caught up. Anyway, I'm out. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all. Thanks for being here.